Well, hey there team, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to some more Stationeers. We're continuing on our little playthrough, plugging along. Got a couple of things that we need to deal with. Food. For this one time only, I will succumb to someone being, hey, build this because it's triggering me. I'll set up a furniture and a microwave so that we can get more value out of the potatoes. I don't think we're ever going to really run out of them, but still, it's good practice to do that. But I am excited about people's feedback and answering my questions. I really appreciate that. I put a whole laundry list of homework. I was like, what's this, what's that? And everyone answered. And I really thank you guys. So I've got a plan for the mining sort of thing, but I think the first thing that we want to do is sort of get, oh, you know what? We could put a thing right there. Yeah. So we're going to, I'm going to set up a microwave, basically, is what I'm going to do. First thing that we're going to need is a frame. We'll go steel frame. Just bear with me. I'll do this and then I'll get into the plan for the mining ops. But I'm excited. I'm excited. Here's the one thing that I'm a little confused about though, right? Is I asked the question, I should have been a little bit more thorough because the way that we communicate with each other, it's almost like talking to an AI. You ask a very specific question, you're going to get a specific answer. So people pointed out that gases will sublimate in chutes. And I'm like, okay, cool, but that I need more info. Like, where does the gas go? Because presumably chutes are like this. They've got these sort of open ends, right? But at the same time, they seal the room. Like, you know what I mean? This room is gas sealed. No gas in this room can get into that chute hole or anything like that. I guess technically that chute is sort of separate from the room, I suppose. But then the gas just magically comes out of this machine. It's not like it comes out one of its holes. So, you know, it's a little bit grey how it works. So this doesn't vent the room, yet presumably if I were to put some ice or something like that in here and it's sublimated, does it just gas straight out of the chute? What if it doesn't fully state change? Because I've seen this before. If you make a room without sunlight and you warm it up and you put some ice in there, but just enough for it to not fully sublimate, just to actually state change, you'll get water. You will get like ankle deep water in there, basically. Does the water sit in the bottom of the chute or something? You know what I mean? These things I'm curious about. That's sort of the missing piece of the puzzle for me at the moment. But then beyond that, we can start bloody moving. We're going to put the new hopper to use, actually, which is going to be exciting. But I'm going to need some more feedback and input and thoughts. Hang on, we'll just put this spare sheet. So I remembered to do that. Yeah, absolutely. Let's do, so I think it's called furniture. Kit furniture. Right. Oh, we need some copper. Have we got some? Oh wow, did we seriously use all the copper? Yeah. Okay. And even this, we'll come up with a 2.0 of this, so as I can, yeah, 20 will do. I'm just reluctant, you know, put the whole thing in. I guess we can't run out of power, really. You know what I mean? But like, yeah, see, those particles animate out, but there's no gas escaping. It's just the animation. You know, I don't really want to put 50 gold worth of shit in there cooking and then pumping all that hot air into, you know, this is all a pretty delicate basic system so far. Also, we will continue on this at some point. I think someone suggested putting like a radiator on this, and that's a big no-no, right? Just consider how super frozen the gas is over here, right? Like, just for reference again, even with that bloody hot machine pumping into it, it's still at -60. Granted, it's coming up now, right? If we put a radiator on this pipe, it will make our little cooling system go down to like -100 or something. It's disgusting, right? And then if you press for 1 second, just whoop, set it in, I'll make the entire atmosphere of this room like -40. I know because we've done this before. So that's why we're not doing a radiator. and we're just adding lengths of pipe because it creates a very small incremental increase in the total surface area of the gas that's inside of it that is covered. What's probably missing out, what we should do is cover it, right? I've done this before. I called them scarlet tunnels, which sounds awful. But similar to what we've done over here, basically. I should cover the pipe because we're dealing with so little gas that for half the day, the sunlight is probably warming it up. So it's not a great system. It's not that, and we're trying to build it into an already existing base as well. But that's what's going on there. But in the scheme of things, what the bloody hell happened there? In the scheme of things, it's not that big a deal. You know, we'll be all right. All right, furniture. Now I can't remember. I know we need the table from this, but I think we can use a furniture kit to make a microwave. We'll check with this first one. It'll show us when we go through the modular selections. Anyway. While I'm doing this is sort of the plan that's floating around in my head for the mining ops, right? Everyone's on board with the idea of, yeah, let's build a bloody... Oh, apparently bagception doesn't work anymore, which is good. I mean, not that I was ever going to use it. Hang on. Chair, bench, control chair, shelf. Okay, I'm going to have to investigate the microwave situation, but this is what we want here. We'll just put a bench like that. It's fine. Yeah, so we're going to... Do you reckon it'll be an electronic? Is it called a microwave? Sorry, I'll get back to the other thing in a sec. But it's... Yeah, oh, there it is there. Microwave. Iron, gold, and copper. You've got nothing in you, right? I think we're going to have to cook some gold, but otherwise we'll be alright. Oh, hang on, what's happened here? Maybe even some iron. Oots. Oots. Yes, 1 gold. I'll do that. Split literally 1. Yoink. I have no problem cooking, See how long it took? Cooking all of that, 25, is probably the same amount of time. Maybe a tiny bit longer. Okay, maybe more than a tiny bit longer.
Hunger, caution.
Oh, you better believe it, I'm gonna make a potato. It's gonna be good. Maybe a lot longer. Ah, here we go. The furnace turned off, so... Okay. I misjudged that. Microwave. Let's bloody disco. So the plan is we're going to build a whole bunch of mining belts. We're going to go out. People have suggested color code. It's interesting. They've suggested that, you know, hey, I thought of color coding things and then it doesn't work because it all just gets jumbled up. And I'm like 100% with you. Plus, we shouldn't be worrying about that too much. We should just be able to dig until the fucking belt's full and then move on to the next belt. You know, because we've got chutes and sorting machines, we've got automation, we should come up with a system that will sort it for us so we don't have to piss fart around like that. So, all right, we come back to base. I've got a whole bunch of belts. What I'm going to do is chuck them in the new hopper, right? Literally sit above it with our jetpack and we'll just drop it in. Don't have to pull all the individual things out or anything like that. Look, I suppose we could put them into a chute. It doesn't really matter. The hopper will actually work out really well for our purpose because... Sorry to leave you hanging. What? Oh, hang on. No, what's going on? Why is my, Oh, do I just have to drop it? I have to drop it and then I have to bloody bolt it on. Okay, sorry. I don't make microwaves very often, as you've noticed. For thing, bloody wrench. Oh yeah, that'll do. I'm sure that triggers plenty of people, so that's perfect. Let's do this. Oh, look at that. That works really well. So if you power the bench, you'll be able to power the bench, power the microwave. Save the cheerleader, save the world. There is a deep reference to a fantastic first season of the show. On. Oh, hang on. Yeah, let's open that up. Let's put it... Alright, so it puts a single potato in there for us. No. You got to close the lid. Have you ever cooked anything in your life, mate? Alright. Look at that. Look at this beautiful potato. And it takes forever to eat. How hard is this potato? Look at that, 4% left as well. I'll just carry my potato around while we discuss the plan. Alright, so I guess that could just stay on that bench. I don't care about the passive drawer, that's fine. Probably leave all these machines on at this point too. Anyway, I'm sorry, I know we keep getting distracted, but there we go, we're done. And for those not aware, I think this does about 80% hunger. You can see I got to 99% and I can't eat any more potato. So yeah, a baked potato is ridiculous because I think it's 20% unbaked. So it actually quadruples the yield. So we're never going to run out of food now. Famous last words though. So we'll get a hopper, right? And then that basically funnels down into a chute, a single chute at the bottom. Now what we need to do is put that chute into a room that is sealed, underground presumably. We might even be able to use this hole that we dug. So there you go. The auto miner was good for one thing. Someone did point out if you wanted to construct like underground bases, this thing is probably good for that. Very good. And actually, before I go any further as well, Peter, who was skulking around, and I kind of half hoped that he would be as well. One of the guys on the dev team for this pointed out that what's probably going to happen with these is they're probably going to, take longer to drill. They're probably going to get a higher yield from the vein. So then they become a bit more of a long-term structure, and that makes sense. That's not how I've been trying to play them, because it's weird. It's weird that it can dig the entire hole in one day, and then you deconstruct it, especially when it's got chutes and power plugs and all that. Like, everything about it screams that it wants to be set up for a couple of days, at least, like a semi-permanent structure. So they're still working on it, and I'm not saying hold the man to his word, but it sounds like the direction that they're going to do is have it as a semi-permanent installation. Maybe you pull it down every couple of days and you get a better yield sort of thing over a particular vein. That makes infinitely more sense and makes me go, right, well, we can't really use the auto miner in its current state, but if that's the direction they're going, that does line up with a lot of the gear that they're building. So for those curious that maybe didn't scrub through the comments, we did get that sort of answer back, which is good. So I hate them less, but I don't want to. But we can't use it right now. It doesn't work with what we need. Anyway, so we've dug a big hole. So we put the hopper chute here, right? We need to seal it in a place where that gets no sunlight, and we're going to need temperature regulated as well, so that the ice will not melt, because the ice is going to be made naked in a chute, right? We're going to pop it through a chute. We're going to use one of the bloody chute sorters or whatever. I've never used them, but I know they exist, right? So belt goes in the hopper. Hopper leads into chute. Chute is in an environment without sunlight and is cold, so that the ice cannot state change, right? Then chute sorts belt.
Power low.
Right? And then now we've got ice on the loose in our chutes, but it shouldn't state change because we've looked after that, right? So it's kind of inert as long as we keep it regulated. Look at this, he's learning, he's remembering. Right? Now there's also silos, which we might work into this as well. But essentially from that point, I would want to put the chute into I don't know what I do next, right? Because we've got to get the ice out of the chute into something. And you can do a chute into a silo, but if they can sublimate in the chute, are there like insulated chutes or anything like that these days? That's a good question. Because if that's the case, then the silo is going to have to be, at least the chute entrance is going to have to be underground, temperature regulated, out of sunlight, right? Because we don't want it sublimating before it gets to the in-hole. Chute. Oh, did someone say that you can make chutes cheaper somewhere? Perhaps? 1 iron. Yay. So that's sort of the plan, but you can see where, like, I've got the broad concepts. It's almost like I've done project design and management. But, and now I need you guys to help me out with the bits and pieces. Wait, hang on, what just happened then? I thought it hit 100%. My bad. A bit premature there. That can happen to guys, don't judge me. Alright, so shoot, bin, outlet, inlet, window, straight, corner, junction, bin. Okay, cool, so I don't believe there's an insulated version. Yeah. So that's the thing I need to figure out is when it sublimates in a chute, what happens? Does the gas actually stay inside the chute? I don't think it can, because it's not like you can sort the gas, right? So we need to have a situation where we can turn ice in a chute sorting system, into something else. And that's where the silo might play in. But we need to deliver it to the silo without heating it up. So you can see we've got our work cut out for us now. So I might actually just build a hopper. Now, where do you reckon the hopper is built? This is new, this thing. This is exciting because now we're going to be using some of the new tools now. 15 iron? Oh, Crom laughs at your 15 iron. Ah, there we go. I knew I had some around. Alright. I put this piece of shit down. Right. So I hope you're still with me. But Mike, yeah, I want to understand what happens to a sublimated liquid ore, or whatever you want to call it, ice ore. So volatiles, water, that sort of shit, inside a chute. Presumably it just floats out into the ether. I'm not really certain though. Oh, look at this. Oh, advanced. Hang on, what's this? Oh, poo, I gotta make it to understand it. Okay, that's fine. 4 iron sheets. I bet we don't have the iron for that. Oh no, 50, wait, 0? Is that what I just saw? Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because we get full resources back. So I'm just gonna just construct this here so I can have a squiz. Oh, is that it? Ah. Okay, let's have a bloody look here. I've got data and I've got power. Got some sort of regulated chute door.
Jetpack on.
Huh. Alright. Bloody... Alright, so that... You know what? I don't think the advanced one works for us. I kind of want a dumb one, to be honest. You know what I mean? Alright, what are we going to need here? An angle grinder? Yeah, sorry, I'm just thinking. Hand drill. Battery. It's always the hand drill that goes flat. Always. Right. Advanced, boring. Oh, okay.
Jetpack
Interesting.
on.
Requires the same components regardless of whether it's a dumb or smart one. Good to know. Good experiment. Alright.
Jetpack on.
I probably should have built that a bit higher. There we go. Perfect. That's kind of what we want, right? So it functions pretty much the same as that chute thing there, but you'd have to pull the handle every single time, presumably, unless there's another sort of input. But even then, I would have to place it in. So I think as a sort of, we've come back from our recce, we've got 6 belts full of shit. We just bloody sit here and we just go drag from inventory and bloody drag our belts out and drop them in there, right? And they won't be naked ores, so we could do that during the daytime or the nighttime. It won't bloody matter. Right, so that's sort of stage 1 of that, but when it goes into here, oh, you know what, actually, it doesn't have to go into the cold environment straight away because it's still going to be in belt form. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's what I was worried about transitioning there. So what we will have to do is we will create a like a temperature boundary, right? Probably similar to this sort of what's going on here, right? It'll be like that. So this will connect into a temperature regulated room, essentially like this, like a sealed room. There won't be any glass or anything like that. And then we can start putting the sorter to it to pull the shit out of the belt. If I'm misunderstanding any of this along the way, let me know, guys. But you guys were saying that you should be able to put it through a sorter and have the belt, have the ores get pulled out of the belt. So I'm going on that. That's the plan. Now, where do you reckon this new silo lives? Silo. Probably not there. Okay. I mean, it could be in the hydraulics. Maybe. Is it called a silo? Huh. It's in the electronics. Gold, copper, and steel, and quite a bit to boot. I don't know if we're gonna quite get that, but I think since this is a bit of a collaborative project and we're all in a bit of an unknown territory here, I think the move is let's get it built so we can sort of inspect it. $20 gold and 8 steel. If we're quick about this, we need to come up with a better system for this. Where's the sun? Oh, I don't even know which way it rises. Okay, it's coming up soon. Stop panicking. It's not doing you any good, Scarlet. Okay, good ideas. Thanks for telling me that, mate. Alright. Split one. What is the ratio? Is it 3 to 1? 6, 12, 18. No. Alright. Yeah, go the long way. Good one. 6. Oh, alt drag. There you go. He's learning. Oh my god. I don't really want to be... Can I just go split one? Can I click that? Oh my god. Alt is the best thing ever. Alright, put that on the ground. Ice, oxide, R, split one. I know it's a dirty sort of burn, but whatever. Okay.
Jetpack on.
Pipe sealed. Oh yeah, we gotta charge it. Come on. Oh, we'll produce steel. Very good. Nice. Let's get some metrics actually while we're here. Look at that. 2% hydrogen, 8%. So that's fucking dangerous. What were people saying? 5% hydrogen would do it? 5% H2? And you're never going to get a super clean burn. I think it's a 1 to 3 or something like that, but because there's a remainder, it's a 33.3, right? You're always going to have a little scrap bit left over. I almost wonder if the developers have programmed it so you just can't physically get a clean burn, perfect fuel mixture in this game. I'm not sure. But geez, look at that temperature and that ratio as well. Oh my goodness. It's bloody scary. So yeah, we need to come up with a better system at some point, but for the moment, it's okay. Alright, so... Oh, and then we do need to do the 20 gold. Oh shit, I don't suppose... I shouldn't have been... I'm sure that this was upsetting people. Oh no, you saw it change from ingot state. Oh, it just got too cold. Well, yeah, so if I had been like a split second quicker. Oh man. Alright, split half. We needed about 20. This is going to be shit. This is going to take ages. Oh, these alt drags. A man could get used to this. And like I said, I'm not openly being a curmudgeony old prick rejecting it. I'm just in the habit of this UI. This game taught me from the very beginning to get used to it. And so, you know, that's just how it is. Now, we're cooking like a... Yeah, I'm trying to do the alt thing. It's just have to break the habit. Cooking 20 gold is probably the biggest demand I've put on this system before. Is it cooking? Look at that. Temperature's not even moving. So that's cooling pretty quickly. So we'll just let that do its thing. Now, if we could capture that heat somehow, because that's free bloody real estate, that's free energy. Some of you might have been with me when we were doing the turbine experiment. We did like 20 episodes of trying to build a bloody turbine that would, you know, sort of self-propel and that. It was very difficult. It was interesting, but if anything, we learned that you can't really use it as a primary source. It'd be interesting if they introduced wind into this game one day. That'd be really cool. One of the things I liked about early Astroneers, well, maybe they moved it to another planet, but there would be like dust storms that blew these blocks into your dude and kill you, so you had to take cover. I guess the problem with that, in that particular game, you didn't really build structures or bases. You build little habitats. So all you could really do is go and bloody sit inside your base and wait for the storm to pass. So it's a cool idea, but I don't think it fits on that game, but it would fit on this game, I think, really well. Imagine if we had storms come blasting through here, so you have to have a base constructed. Conan actually does this as well, of all the games. Like, if you are outside in the storm, you will slowly bloody die, so you have to build shelter. Be cool if it blew all your loose shit away as well, so you had to have some workshop hygiene. Yeah, it'd be interesting. I could see storms being really interesting, and potentially you could harvest wind turbines and all that. But the way that this game is programmed, like being sort of hyper real, it'd probably be a fucking nightmare to try and simulate storms. I don't know. Just a thought. Yeah. Oh, that was the other thing as well. This hopper, so the devs were saying, is primarily reactionary to people digging a hole in the ground and dumping their ore in the hole. And I thought, who the fuck would do that? And then I remembered when I played this way back in the day, I had some mates play it, and fascinatingly, that was like the first thing that they would do. I've seen people do this in Astroneer as well, and I cannot comprehend it. My brain is just not wired to dig a hole in the ground and dump shit in the hole. I can't do it. I don't make that jump, but it seems like every other human does. So that's why I couldn't comprehend it. But yeah, that's the main reason for this hopper, is because that's what people seem compelled to do, is to throw things in the ground. So that's interesting. So there you go, a little bit of a lesson. Whereas I was postulating that it was on the back of the auto miner to support that thing's progress. But no, it's mostly as a solution to how normal people play this game, not stupid people like me. Alright, build the silo. How are we going for time? Well, I mean, I've gone and said that now, so let's just get this bloody silo done and we can put it down and inspect it. I'll leave you guys with a bit of homework to help me figure out what we're going to do. Because, I believe the silo has two chutes. It has a chute in, a chute out sort of thing. And you could put ore in there. But that's the other thing as well, like, what happens if you put ice in there and it turns liquid? I'm all for storing our normal ores in the silo. That's fine. In fact, to be perfectly honest, we have no need, now that I think about it, we have no need to keep the ice in ice form. Other than when you're using it in a chute, it's easier. So how do you transition from a chute into gas collection? I suppose you would have the ice drop into a hot room, sort of something like this, maybe? And then you'd vacuum it up with a vent. That's probably the smartest way to do it, right? You'd have to create a room with a vent and the chute exits at the most basic fundamental level. I don't think you can transition from chute to pipe. I could be wrong. I have no idea. Oh geez, it's only 50% done. Yeah, so... But you would still want to separate the ice. I don't want to put all the kabloomy fucking ice in the same room and mix and then sublimate together and, like, presumably, and this is sort of part of what we were trying to capture with the turbine, which is similar to how steam turbines work. It's the state change generates a significant change in the system, if only the pressure because of the sudden volume change. So we go and stick a whole bloody, because I know steam doesn't exist in this, but say we put H2 ice and oxide ice in the same room, heated enough for them to even change into liquid state, all of a sudden your pressure's going to fucking really go up, which is going to affect your percentages, it's going to affect your temperature, everything, because the area's not changing. Do you sort of see what I mean? Like, I want to explore how what state change does in this game, to be perfectly honest. But even from that example, you can see why you cannot have those ices in the same room when they change state, basically. So we're going to have a chute system that sorts them, similar to how this system's going to end up working. We're going to have it separate each liquid ore into its own room, essentially. I mean, I guess we could put all the inert gases in the same room, you know, but we definitely got to we got to get the H2 out. Yeah. Oh, it's interesting. Interesting. It's an exciting project because this is all very new, and this is more in my domain, as we've covered. I enjoy the more sort of pneumatic and hydraulic aspects of this game. Okay. So the silo would go here. We only have one type. It's not humongous. Oh god, we got to bloody build it. Well, look, this episode's already gone long in the tooth as is, so we'll probably leave it there. But essentially, it has a chute in and a chute out, or it might be the other way around. But that's all there is to it. I don't know about data and all that. We'll explore that more on the next one, I think. This has already gone over time a fair bit. But yeah, bit of food for thought. So that's the plan. We're going to put it in there, and then we're going to probably put it through a temperature-regulated chute hallway so that we can sort the ice in its natural state when it comes out of the belt, sort that into safe melting areas, and have that, you know, sucked into a pipe system, and it'll probably come back into this system as well, you know. And I guess that's all it's going to be. We drop the belts in, and you know, the belts and all that, we'll have them sort back out like that chute thing there. We just spit them out, you know, give them back to us. So yeah, that's the plan. but it might be a few episodes before that's done. All right, team, let me know what you reckon. Love the feedback, love the collaboration. Might just leave it there for the time being, and I will catch you guys on the next one.